Marjan welcomes.
Hare. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Tapadakamanam Shri Gurun Vaishnavansha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Nathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Savanalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurumritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namasrishtham Manamapischa Putramatra Swarupam Rupam Tassagrajamurupurim Maturim Goshtavatim Radha Kundam Girimaramaho Radhika Madhavasha Prapto Yasya Pratyagrupaya Shri Gurum Tam Nabosmi Namaste Gurudevaya Sarvasiddhi Pradayine Sarvamangala Rupaya Sarvananda Vidayine Yam Pravrijantamanupeta Mapeta Krityam Daipayano Virahata Tarajuhava Utreti Tanmayataya Taravo Vinedu Stam Sarvabhutarudayam Manimanatosmi. First of all, offer my millions of obeisances to lotus feet of Asmati Guru Pad Padma, Nitila Preshtajat Guru Srimad Bhakti-Vidanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Now offer obeisances to lotus feet of Trindi Sannyasi, Srimad Bhakti-Dada Dandi Maharaj Ji, Naam Nishta Sankashti Aniruddhas Prabhuji, and all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis who are gathered here, please accept my humble obeisances. So we are discussing Caitanya Caritamrta. Chaitanya Caritamrta is actually a very good scripture actually. Chaitanya Caritamrta. And Hari Bo, Hare Krishna. And we are actually discussing Chaitanya Caritamrta, and that one, are you able to see on the screen something? The verse? Are you able to
Yes,
see?
Marj. Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. So verse number 18, right? Sarshti Sarupyara Samipya Salokya Saijjanalaye Bhakta Jati Brahmaikya. Sarshti, opulence equal with the Lord's. This is one type of liberation where one has the same opulence like the Lord. Sarupya, the same form as the Lord's. Ara and Samipya, personal association with the Lord. Salokya means residence on a Vaikuntha planet. So we get a chance to live on the Vaikuntha planet. Sahyujya means oneness with the Lord. Sahyujya is also two types, right? Brahma Sahyujya and there is also Vishnu Sahyujya. So Brahma Sahyujya is where you merge in the bright light emanating from Krishna's body, and there is Vishnu Sahyujya, you merge in Vishnu himself. Na Laya, they do not accept. Bhakta devotees, Jate, since Brahma Aikya, oneness with Brahma. These liberations are sarshti, achieving opulence equal to those of the Lord. Sarupya, having a form the same as the Lord's. Samipya, living as a personal associate of the Lord. And Salukya, living on a Vaikuntha planet. Devotees never accept Sahyujya, however, since that is oneness with Brahma. Those engaged in devotional service according to the ritualistic principles mentioned in the scriptures attain these different kinds of liberation. But although such devotees can attain Sashti, Sarupya, Samipya, and Salukya, they are not concerned with these liberations. For such devotees are satisfied only in rendering transcendental loving service to the Lord. The fifth kind of liberation, Sahijya, is never accepted even by devotees who perform only ritualistic worship. To attain Savijya or merging into Brahman effulgence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the aspiration of impersonalist. A devotee never cares for Savijya liberation. So, very nice verse. Sashti Sarupyara Samipya Salukya Saijjanalaya Bhakta Jati Brahmaikya. This is a very important verse because many religions they talk about merging in Brahma, merge, but we don't want to merge. We want to keep our identity. We don't want to lose our identity. Next verse. Yuga dharma pravartaimo nama sankirtana chari bhava bhakti diya nachamu bhuvana. Yuga dharma, the religion of the age. So we know that there are different yugas, different religions are there. Kriteya dhyayato vishnum Tretayam yajato makhai dvapare paricharyayam kalau tadhari kirtana. In Kali Yuga, Nama Sankirtan is the Yuga Dharma. Meditation in Satya Yuga and other religion. But Kali Yuga, only Nama Sankirtan. So Pravartaimu, I shall inaugurate. Future tense, Mahaprabhu is telling. Nama Sankirtana, chanting of the holy name. Now, Nama Sankirtan is the easiest process, and especially people of the age of Kali are very fallen. They don't have the qualities like cleanliness, truthfulness. So, Chari, four, bhava of the moods, bhakti, devotion, diya, giving, nachamu, I shall cause to dance, bhuvana, the world. I shall personally inaugurate the religion of the age, Nama Sankirtan, the congregational chanting of the holy name. I shall make the world dance in ecstasy, realizing the four mellows of loving devotional service. So, anyone can relish the four mellows of devotional service, Dasyaras, Sakhyaras, Vatsalaras, and Madhuraras by Nama Sankirtan. So, one can be immersed because Nam is full of rasa. Raso Vaisa, Krishna is rasa and Nam is also full of rasa. So, verse number 1.3.20 Apani karimu bhakta bhavangikare Apani achari bhakti shikhaimu sabare. Here, apani means personally, karimu, I shall make bhakta bhava, the position of a devotee. Angikare, acceptance. Apani, personally, achari, practicing bhakti, devotional service. Shikhaimu, I shall teach sabare to all. I shall accept the role of a devotee and I shall teach devotional service by practicing it myself. When one associates with a pure devotee, he becomes so elevated that he does not aspire even for Sarashti, Sarupya, Samipya, or Salokya. Because he feels that such liberation is a kind of sense gratification. Pure devotees do not ask anything from the Lord for their personal benefit. Even if offered personal benefits, pure devotees do not accept them. Because their only desire is to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead by transcendental loving service. No one but the Lord Himself can teach the highest form of devotional service. Therefore, when the Lord took the place of the incarnation of Kali Yuga to spread the glory of the chanting of Hare Krishna, the system of worship recommended in this age, He also distributed the process of devotional service performed on the platform of transcendental spontaneous love. To teach the highest principles of spiritual life, the Lord Himself appeared as a devotee in the form of Lord Chaitanya. So, Nama Sankirtan could have been preached by Shri Advaita Acharya also, but especially Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally came. He preached Nama Sankirtan, also he gave the moods of Radharani and also released the mood of Radharani and he gave the mood of Manjariba. So, next verse is 21. आपने न कैले धर्म शिखाए न जाय एक सिद्धांत गीता भागवत गाय अपने personally na kaile, if not practiced, dharma, religion, shikhaye, the teaching, na jai, does not advance. It is the certainly conclusion Gita in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavate, in Srimad Bhagavatam, Gaya, they say, Unless one practices devotional service himself, he cannot teach it to others. This conclusion is indeed confirmed throughout the Gita and Bhagavad. So one has to practice oneself, and we have to preach by example. Acharya means one who teaches by his acharya, by his example. Now the verse from Bhagavad Gita. This is the proof that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes, and Bhagavad Gita mentions this proof. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirvavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srujamyaham. Yada yada, whenever he, certainly, dharmasya, of religious principles, glani, decrease, bhavati, there is bharata, or descendant of Bharata, abhyutthanam, increase, adharmasya, of irreligion, tada, then, atmanam, myself, sujami, manifest. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice or descendant of Bharat and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself. So this is Krishna's promise. He comes for two reasons: to arrest the decline in religious practice and to cause a rise in religious practices. If there's a decline, Krishna has to stop that decline, and he has to again make sure that dharmic principles are followed. Because without following the dharmic principles, they cannot make any progress. Now, verse number 23. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrutam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Paritranaya, for the deliverance, sadhunam, of the devotees, vinashaya, for the destruction, cha, and dushkrutam, of the miscreants, dharma, religious principles, samsthapana arthaya, for the purpose of establishing, sambhavami, I appear, yuge yuge, in every age, to deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion. I myself appear millennium after millennium. Text 22 and 23 were spoken by Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, which follow. So, are also from the Bhagavad Gita. So here it is told that text 23 and 22 and 23 were spoken by Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita 4.78. Text 24 and 25 which follow are also from the Bhagavad Gita 3.24 and 21. So now 4 verses from Bhagavad Gita are quoted in succession by Shri Krishna Srivilas Goswami. We'll read the next verse. 1.3.24. Utsideyurime loka na kuryama karma chedaham sankarasya cha karatasya upahanyam ima praja. Utsideyu, would fall into ruin, ime, these, lokaha, words, na kuryama, did not perform, karma, action, chet, if, aham, I, sankarasya, of unwanted population. So here, karta, creator, syam, would become, upahanyam, would spoil, imaha, these, prajaha, living entities. If I did not show the proper principles of religion, all these worlds would fall into ruin. I would be the cause of unwanted population and would spoil all these living beings. So basically, biggest problem is unwanted population. There should be proper marriage and children should be brought in marriage. They should be looked after by both parents, and the whole marriage institution should be geared to produce babies which will be devotees of Krishna. So, but today, these days, there is always unwanted population. Out of wedlock, before marriage, they have children, and then that causes problem. Or even sometimes, um, uh, Marriage institution is a big problem now. Even in India now, marriage institution is not respected. So Krishna wants to teach by his own example. Krishna himself married 16,108 wives, but he had 10 sons and one daughter from each wife, but he looked after them very nicely because he's Bhagwan. He never abandoned any wife and he showed equal love to all. There was no partiality. So 1.3.25 Yadyad acharati sreshthas tattat evetaro jana sayat pramanam kurute lokastat anuvartate yat however acharati behaves sreshtha the best man tat that eva certainly itaraha the lesser janaha man saha he jat which pramanam standard kurute shows lokaha the people tat that anuvartate follow. Whatever actions a great man performs, common people follow. And whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. Hmm? So people follow the great men. For example, Srila Bhakti-Vidanta Swami Maharaj, my Guru Maharaj, Sripad Dandi Maharaj, Srila Anirudh Prabhuji, these are great persons. So common people like us, we try to follow in their footsteps. So great persons must set an ideal. If Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada would not have set an ideal of Gaudiya Math, regulative principles, chanting 1 lakh holy name, he himself did 3 lakh every day for 10 years. So for us, we cannot imitate Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, but we can certainly try to follow in his footsteps as much as possible. Verse number 26. Yuga dharma pravartana hayam shahite amavinane nare braja premadite. Yuga dharma of the religion of the age. Pravartana, the inauguration. Haya is Amsha, the plenary portion. Haite from Ama for me, Vina except Anne another. Nare is not able. Braja Prema, love like that of the residents of Braja Dite to bestow. My plenary portions can establish the principles of religion for each age, but one but me, however, can bestow the kind of loving service performed by the residents of Braja. So Bhagavan is telling that my plenary portion, he can establish the principles of religion for each age. But other than Krishna, no one can bestow the Braja Prem, the kind of loving service performed by the residents of Braja. So Krishna himself, like Gurudev says, Radha Krishna Mili Abado Gaura Rupa Avatari Kirtana Dharma Prachari Radhe Shama Shama Sham Radhe Braja Jana Mana Sukhakari Radhe Shama Shama Sham. Santva Avatara Bhava, verse 27. Pankajanavasya Sarvato Bhadra Krishna Anya Kovalata Swapi Premado Bhavati Santi Avatara Bhava Pankajanabhasya Sarvato Bhadra Krishna Danya Kovalata Swapi Premado Bhavati. So here, Santu, let there be. Avatara, incarnations. Bahava, many. Pankajanavasya, of the Lord, from whose navel grows a lotus flower. Sarvata Bhadra, completely auspicious. Krishnat, then Lord Krishna. Anya, other. Kahava, who possibly. Latasu, on the surrendered souls. Api, also. Premadaha, the bestower of love. Bhavati is. There may be many all auspicious incarnations of the personality of Godhead, but Who other than Lord Shri Krishna can bestow the love of God upon the surrendered souls? This quotation from Bilomal Thakur is found in Laghu Bhagavatamrita 1.5.37. So, Santu Avatar Bhava Pankajanaಭಸ್ಯ Sarvato Bhadra Krishna Danya Kovalatasu Api Premado Bhavet. Bhagwan has many incarnations, but Krishna can bestow love on even creepers. Santu Avataraha Bhava Pankajanaಭಸ್ಯ Sarvato Bhadra. They are all auspicious. But other than Krishna, ko anya kahva latasu. Latasu, actually Latasu has been translated here as surrendered souls. But Latasu means also creepers. Krishna gave love of Godhead to the creepers in Vrindavan. Understand? But only in Vrindavan. That is the problem. Because Krishna gave love of Godhead when he appeared in Dwapar Yuga, but he gave love to only, what I heard is, only creepers in Braj. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, then he gave prem to even trees, creepers, but outside of Braj also. Means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is certainly more merciful than Krishna. Because he is giving prem to every living entity, even the animals. Vyagravaranayna janya jantu Krishna dayakam prema nrutya bhava matta chhada khanda nayakam. So, when he was passing through the forest of Jharkhand, he gave prem to all the living entities. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy we cannot compare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy is the greatest. He is topmost love, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So there may be many all auspicious incarnations of the personality of Godhead, but who other than Lord Shri Krishna can bestow love of God upon the surrendered souls? So Bilomal Thakur has told this. Now, Tahate apana bhakta gana kari sange prithvi te avatari kari munana range. Tahate, in that apana, my own bhakta gana with devotees, kari doing sange in association prithvi te on the earth, avatari descending, kari move, I shall perform nana various range colorful pastimes. Therefore, in the company of my devotees, I shall appear on earth and perform various colorful pastimes. So, verse number 29. Eta bhavi kali kale prathama sandhyay avatirna haila Krishna apani nadiyay. Eta, thus, bhavi thinking, Krishna is thinking like this. Kali kale, in the age of Kali, prathama, first, sandhyaya, in the junction. Sandhya means like morning is ending, night is ending, morning is beginning. Morning is ending, afternoon is beginning. This is called Sandhya. Then evening also. Afternoon is ending and night is beginning. So that is Sandhya Kal. So the first Sandhya means Dwapar Yuga has ended and Kali Yuga has begun. That is called Sandhya, the junction time. Avatirna Haila descended Krishna, Lord Krishna, Apani himself, Nadiyai in Nadiya. Thinking thus, the personality of God, Sri Krishna himself, descended at Nadiya early in the age of Kali. Ramchandra Prabhu is very funny. He says, "Oh, what is Nadiya? जो प्रेम कभी नहीं दिया वो न दिया." Means he says that love which was never given, which is now given, that is Nadiya. Nadiya is actually Navadvip. Navadvip's corrupt form is Nadiya, I think. Navadvip's corrupt form, Nadiya. Bhakti-Vinanta Thakur, Nadiya Godru me Nityananda Mahajan Patiya Che Namahata Jivera Karan Shraddhavana Jana He Shraddhavana Jana. So Nadiya Godru me Nityananda Mahajan Patiya Che Namahata Jivera Karan. Generally in market, like we have seen in Tirupati also, there is a weekly market, flower market, fruit market, in everywhere. There are markets. Weekly market, fruit market, so many markets are there. Like in America, you remember that there is vegetable market, organic market. So, but Nityananda Prabhu has a market, and that is a marketplace of holy name. So that he started in Navadvip Dham, marketplace of holy name. According to person's faith, Shraddha is giving them the Naam. So, the Pratham Sandhya is the beginning of the age. Thinking thus, the personality of God, Shri Krishna himself, descended at Nadia early in the age of Kali. The Pratham Sandhya is the beginning of the age. According to astronomical calculation, the age is divided into 12 parts. The first of these 12 divisions is known as the Prathama Sandhya. So, the Prathama Sandhya and Shesha Sandhya, the last division of the preceding age, from the junction of the two ages, according to Surya Siddhanta, the Prathama Sandhya of Kali Yuga lasts 36,000 solar years. So basically, Kali Yuga is so Kali Yuga is basically 400,000 years. 400,000 years. That is the duration of Kali Yuga. So it's 1/12 of that is obviously 36,000. So Lord Chaitanya appeared in the Prathama Sandhya after 4,586 solar years of Kali Yuga had elapsed. When 4,586 solar years of Kali Yuga had elapsed. Now, when did Kali Yuga begin? When Krishna left the spiritual world, then Kali Yuga began. But in Madhva Sampradaya, they say when Bhima hit Duryodhan on the thigh and the Duryodhan lost the battle, then Kali Yuga began. Either way, it's almost like 4,000, now it's 5,000 years since Kali Yuga has begun. Chaitanya Simhera Navadvipe Avatar Simhagriva Simhavirya Simhera Hunkar. Here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is called Chaitanya Simher, of the lion-like Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Roar of a lion. Roar of a lion. Very ferocious. If you hear the roar of a lion, you'll be scared. So Mahaprabhu is also roaring like a lion. Navadvip, at Navadvip, Avatara, the incarnation. Simha Griva. Griva means neck. Mahaprabhu's neck is like a lion's neck. Simha Virja, the strength of a lion. Mahaprabhu exhibits the strength of a lion. Simhera Hunkar, the roar like a lion. Thus the lion like Lord Chaitanya has appeared in Navadvip. He has the shoulders of a lion, the powers of a lion, and the loud voice of a lion. It means that actually when every other creatures they hear the loud roaring of lion, they run away. So all the amarthas and operas, they run away when they hear the transcendental sound vibration of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan. Sei Simha Vasuka Jivera Rudaya Kandare Kalmasha Dhiradhanashe Jahara Hunkare. Say that Simha, lion, Vasuka, let him sit. Jivera, of the living entities, Rudaya, of the heart, Kandare, in the cavern. Cavern means cave. Kalmasha, of sins, Dvirada, the elephant. Dvirada. Dvirada actually means, Rada actually means the teeth. So lion has two big tusks. So that's why actually, lion is called Dvirada, two tusks. Nashe destroys, Jahar of whom, Hunkara, the roar. May that lion be seated in the core of the heart of every living being, thus with his resounding roar, may he drive away one's elephantine vices. So vices are compared to elephant, and Mahaprabhu's roaring is compared to a lion's roaring. And thus, hearing the Nama Sankirtan of Mahaprabhu, all these lion-like Sankirtan of Mahaprabhu, then this elephant-like vices will run away. Because elephants, they're very big, but they are scared of lions. प्रथम लीलाय तांद्र विश्वंभर नाम भक्ती रस भरिल धरिल भूत ग्राम प्रथम लीलाय तांद्र विश्वंभर नाम भक्ती रसे भरिल धरिल भूत ग्राम प्रथम first lilaya in the past times tandra of him Vishwambhara Nama, the name Vishwambar, Bhakta Rase, with the mellow of devotional service, Varila, he filled, Darila, saved, Bhutagrama, all the living entities. In his early pastimes, he is known as Vishwambara because he floods the world with the nectar of devotion and thus he saves the living beings. So in the beginning, his name was Vishwambara. Vara means to fill, fill or flooded the whole world with the nectar of devotion, bhakti. And he saves the living entity. So his name is Vishwambara. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has sung a song. Kali kukura kadana jadi chahoe Kali yuga pavana Kali bhaya nashana Shri Shachinandana gaohe Gadadhara madana nitayara pranadana Advaitera prapujita gora Nimai Vishwambhara Mayapura Ishvara Bhakata Samuha Chita Chora Nadiya Shashadhara Mayapura Ishvara Jnana Pravartana Sura Gruhijana Shikshaka Nasikula Nayaka Radha Madhava Bhava Pura Sarvabhauma Shodhana Gajapati Tarana Ramananda Koshana Veera. So very wonderful song. These are all names of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Mahaprabhu is addressed by Bhaktivinoda Thakur as Vishwambar. Vishwambar means one who fills the world with happiness, bhakti, devotion for Krishna. Vishwambar. Nice name. Tumburan Dhaturartha Poshana Dharana Pushila Dharila Prema Diya Tribhuvana. Verse 33. Tubhruna Dhaturartha Poshana Dharana Ushila Dharila Prema Diya Tribhuvana. There is one Dubhrun, known as the Dubhrun Bhru. Dubhrun is one verbal root, Dhatur of the verbal root. In Sanskrit, there are verbal roots. Like in English, there is give is the root, verbal root. Then from give, we can make gave, given, has given, would be given, shall be given. But it's all, the verbal root is give. So like, but in Sanskrit, we have the dhatu, buru, duburun. The meaning, artha means meaning, poshana, nourishing, dharana, maintaining, pushila, nourished, dharila, maintained, premadiya, distributing love of God, tribhuvana, in the three words. The verbal root dubrun, which is the root of the word Vishwambar, indicates nourishing and maintaining. He, Lord Chaitanya, nourishes and maintains the three worlds by distributing love of God. Like we every day go for Nagar Sankirtan in Tirupati, we'll see many mothers. They're pampering their small babies, 1 year, 2-year-old babies. They take them in the lap. And whatever simple rice, dal, they try to feed them with love and affection. So children are not nourished by rice alone. They need love and affection of the mother also, constant care. So Mahaprabhu nourished the whole world, not just by giving Mahaprasad. Obviously, Mahaprasad also is mercy, but also giving the love of Godhead, the holy name. So Mahaprabhu, only by the mercy of Mahaprabhu we are getting Mahaprasad. Only by the mercy of Mahaprabhu we are getting to hear Nama Sankirtan, Harikatha. This is all mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his descendants. Our Guru Maharaj and Sripad Dandi Maharaj, all the Vaishnavas, they are giving us Harikatha. So here, section 34, chapters, part 1, chapter 3, verse number 34. Caitanya Caritamrta Adi lila 3.34. Shesha Leelaya Dhare Nama Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Janaye Sabha Vishwa Karila Dhanya Actually, in Navadvip, no one knew him as Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Only after sannyas he got this name, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Shasharida, in his final pastimes, there he held Nama, the name Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna about Lord Krishna, Janaya, he taught Sabha, all, Vishwa, the world, Kaila, made, Danya, fortunate. In his later pastimes, he is known as Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya. He blesses the whole world by teaching about the name and fame of Lord Krishna. Chaitanya means consciousness. Consciousness. One who preaches Krishna consciousness is Krishna Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya remained in householder life only until his 24th year had passed. Then he entered the renounced order of life and remained manifest in this material world until his 48th year. Therefore, Shesha Lila, or the final portion of his activities, lasted 24 years. Some so-called Vaishnavas say that the renounced order of life is not accepted in the Vaishnava Sampradaya or disciplic succession from the This is not very intelligent proposition. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took the sannyas order from Sripad Bhakti, who belonged to the Shankar sect, which approves of only 10 names of sannyas, 10 names for sannyas. Long before the advent of Sripad Shankaracharya, however, the sannyas order existed in the Vaishnava line of Vishnu Swami. In the Vishnu Swami's Vaishnava Sampradaya, there are 10 different kinds of sannyas names and 108 different names for sannyasis who accept the Tridanda, the triple staff of sannyas. This is approved by the Vedic laws. Therefore, Vaishnava sannyas was existent even before the appearance of Shankaracharya. Although those who know nothing about Vaishnava sannyas unnecessarily declare that there is no sannyas in the Vaishnava Sampradaya. Now, for this, you have to refer to one book written by Srila Gurudev, Prabandha Panchakam, 5 essays. And many people, they criticize, oh, Gaudiya Math, they give sannyas. Sannyas is not allowed. Because in the same book, Caitanya Caritamrta Adi is told, in Kaliuga, there should be no sannyas. But that sannyas is karma sannyas. It's not karma sannyas. We take bhakti sannyas, and bhakti sannyas is perfectly approved. So during the time of Lord Chaitanya, the Shankar performed his daily activities as a householder. But he found householder life and is easy. Can you watch children, find rent, take care of your wife, medicine, these, that, mother, father, so many responsibilities the householder has. So householder, they are very busy in maintenance of the family. Even with the best intentions they have, it is very difficult for them to do preaching or bhajan. A lot of householders are doing good bhajan and even they preach. They are very sincere. No doubt that many householders are very sincere. But because of responsibilities, they have some problems. But sannyas means renounce the family obligations and you simply dedicate your life to preaching Krishna consciousness and practicing Krishna consciousness. It was Mahaprabhu, he accepted his order of life. Since he accepted sannyas was, since his acceptance of sannyas was also designed to attract public attention, but Chaitanya, not wishing to disturb the social convention, took the renounced order of life from a sannyasi and the disciplic succession of Shankaracharya. All the sannyas was also sanctioned in the Vaishnava Sampradaya. In Shankar Sampradaya, there are 10 different names awarded to sannyasis. Tirtha, like Srila Bhakti-Vallabh Tirtha Goswami Maharaj, Bhakti-Vidanta Tirtha Maharaj, Ashrama. These also names Srila Gurudev has given to Govinda Bhakta Prabhu, devotee from America actually, but originally I think Nigerian origin. Bhaktivedanta Ashram Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta One Maharaj also there. Bhaktivedanta Aranya Maharaj. Aranya is there. Also Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada also had disciple Aranya. Giri Maharaj actually was there. He was a good friend of Sripad Dandi Maharaj. He left the world. Disciple of Srila Bhakti Kamal Madhusudan Goswami. Parvat. His name also Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada's disciple as Parvat Maharaj. Sagar Maharaj. Saraswati. Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Bharati. Bhakti Gyan Bharati Maharaj. And Puri. Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj. So, Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj. Puri is also there used. So, before one enters sannyas, he has one of the various names of our brahmachari, the assistant to a sannyasi. So, sannyasis with the title Tirtha and Ashram generally stay at Dwarka. And their brahmachari name is Swarup. Those known by the names Van and Aranya stay at Purushottama or Jagannath Puri. And their brahmachari name is Prakash. Prakash. Those with the name Giri, names Giri, Parvat and Sagar generally stay at Badrikashram. And their brahmachari name is Ananda. And those with the title Saraswati, Bharati and Puri usually live in Sringeri in South India. And their brahmachari name is Caitanya. Now this is talking about Shankaracharya Sampradaya. Sripad Shankaracharya established 4 monasteries in India in the 4 directions: north, south and west. North, south, east and west. And he has entrusted them to 4 sannyasis who were his disciples. Now there are hundreds of branch monasteries under these 4 principal monasteries. And although there is an official symmetry among them, there are many differences in their dealings. The 4 different sects of these monasteries are known as Anandavar, Bhogavar, Kitavar and Bhumivar. And in course of time, they have developed different ideas and different slogans. According to the regulation of the discipline succession, one who wishes to enter the renounced order in Shankara sect must first be trained as a brahmachari under the bona fide sannyasi. The brahmachari's name is ascertained according to the group to which the sannyasi belongs. Lord Chaitanya accepted sannyas from Keshav Bharati. When he first approached Keshav Bharati, he was accepted as a brahmachari with the name Shri Krishna Chaitanya Brahmachari. After he took sannyas, he preferred to keep the name Krishna Chaitanya. The great authorities in the disciple succession had not offered to explain why Lord Chaitanya refused to take the name Bharati after he took sannyas from a Bharati until Srila Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj volunteered the explanation that because the sannyasi in the Shankar Sampradaya thinks that he has become the supreme, Lord Chaitanya, wanting to avoid such a misconception, gave the name Sri Krishna Chaitanya, placing himself as an eternal servitor. A brahmachari is supposed to serve the spiritual master. Therefore, he did not negate that relationship of a servitude to his spiritual master. Accepting such a position is favorable for the relationship between the disciple and the spiritual master. The authentic biographies also mention that Lord Chaitanya accepted the danda, rod and begging pot, symbolic of the sannyas order, at the time he took sannyas. So, Mahaprabhu kept the brahmachari name, Krishna Chaitanya. Prema nama danya janya panchatatvakatmakam sangativya parshadastra vaibhavavatarakam. So, in order to distribute prema, he took sannyas, but he kept the brahmachari name. He wanted to remain subservient to his guru. So, Tandra, verse 35. Tandra yugavatara jani garga mahashay Krishna nama karne karyache nirnay. Tandra yugavatara jani garga mahashaya Krishna nama karne karyache nirnaya. Tandra of him, Yugavatar, incarnation for the age, Jani, knowing Garga Muni, Mahashaya, the great personality, Krishnera of Lord Krishna, Namakarane, in the name-giving ceremony, Kariyache made Nirnaya ascertainment. Knowing him, Lord Chaitanya, to be the incarnation for Kali Yuga, Garga Muni, during the naming ceremony of Krishna, predicted his appearance. So here, Gargacharya, he told that verse number 36. Asanvarna strayohyasya krinato anuyugam tanu shuklo raktas tatha pita idanim krishnatam gata. Asanvarna strayayasya krinato anuyugam tanu shuklo raktas tatha pita idanim krishnatam gata. Asan, where? Varna, colors. Traya, three, he suddenly, asya, of this one, Grinata, who is manifesting, Anuyugam, according to the age, Tanu, bodies, Shuklaha, white, Raktaha, red, Tatha, thus, Pitaha, yellow, Idanim, now, Krishnatam, blackness, Gata, obtained. This boy Krishna has three other colors, white, red, and yellow. As he appears in different ages, now he has appeared in a transcendental blackish color. This is a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.8.13. So now Krishna has appeared in black color in Dwapar Yuga, but in Kali Yuga he appears in yellow color. Gauravarna, yellow color, like molten gold. Shukla Rakta Pita Varna Tina Dyuti Satya Treta Kali Kale Dharena Sripati. Shukla means white, Rakta means red, Pita Varna, the color yellow, it is Tina, three, Duty, lusters, Satya in Satya Yuga, Treta in Treta Yuga, Kali Kale in the age of Kali, Dharena, manifest, Sripati, the husband of the goddess of fortune. White, red, and yellow. These are the three bodily lusters that the Lord, the husband of the goddess of fortune, assumes in the ages of Satya, Treta, and Kali, respectively. So Bhagavan accepts in white is Satya, red, Treta, and yellow in Kali. So these are colors of Bhagavan in three ages. Idanim dvaparayetino Haida Krishna Varna Esava Shastra Gama Purane Ramarma Idanim Dvaparetino Haila Krishna Varna Esava Shastra Gama Purane Ramarma. Idanim, now, Dwapare, in Dwapar Yuga, Timo, he, Haila, was Krishna Varna, blackish color. These sub, all, Shastra Agama, of Vedic literatures, Purana, of the Puranas, Marma, the core. Now in the Dwapar Yuga, the Lord had descended in a blackish. This is the essence of the statements in the Puranas and other Vedic literatures with reference to the context. So in Dwapar Yuga, he appeared in black color, Krishna. Dwapare Bhagavan Shama Itabasa Nija Yudha Srivatsadivirankaischa Lakshanerupalakshita. So here, Dwapare Bhagavan. So it is told actually here, Dwapare Bhagavan Shama Pitavasa Nijayudha Shri Vatsadivir Ankaischa Lakshane Upalakshita. Dwapare Bhagavan Shama. Dwapare, in the Dwapar Yuga, Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shama, blackish color. So Bhagavan appears in the blackish color in Dwapar Yuga. So in the Dwapar Yuga, Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shama, blackish color. Pitavasa, having yellow clothes. Nija, own, Ayudha, having weapon. Shri Vatsa Adi, such as Shri Vatsa, Ankahi, by bodily markings. Cha and Lakshanai, by external characteristics such as Kaustubha jewel, Upalakshitaha, characterized. In the Dwapar Yuga, the personality of Godhead appears in a black hue. in a blackish. He is dressed in yellow, he holds his own weapons, and is decorated with the Kaustuba jewel and marks of Srivats. This is how his symptoms are described. This is a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, 11 Canto 5th chapter 27th verse, spoken by Saint Karamhaja, one of the 9 royal mystics who explained to King Nimi the different features of the Lord in different ages. कलियुगे युग धर्म नामेर प्रचार तथी लागी पीतवर्ण चैतन्य अवतार द्वापरियर जनैर विष्णु पंचरात्रैस्तु केवलै कलौ तु नाम मात्रेण पूज्यते भगवान् हरि. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे इति षोडशकं नाम्नां कलिकल्मषनाशनं नातः परतरोपायः सर्ववेदेषु दृश्यते. कलि काले, in the age of Kali Yuga, in the age of Kali, Yuga Dharma, the religious practice for the age, Namera of the holy name, Prachara, propagation. Tati, this Lagi for Pita Varna, having a yellow color. Chaitanya Avatar, the incarnation of Lord Chaitanya. The religious practice for the age of Kali is to broadcast the glories of the holy name. Only for this purpose has the Lord in a yellow color descended as Lord Chaitanya. In this age of Kali, the practical system of religion for everyone is the chanting of the name of Godhead. This was introduced in this age by Lord Chaitanya. Bhakti Yoga actually begins with the chanting of the holy name, as confirmed by Madhvacharya in his commentary on the Mundak Upanishad. He quotes this verse from the Narayana Samhita. Dvapariye janer Vishnu pancharatrestu kevalai kalau tu nama matrena pujyate bhagavan hari. In the Dwapar Yuga, people should worship Lord Vishnu only by the regulative principles of the Narada Pancharatra and other such authorized books. In the age of Kali, however, people should simply chant the holy names of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Hare Krishna mantra is specifically mentioned in many Upanishads, such as the Kalisandra Upanishad, where it is said, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Iti Shodashakam Namna, Kalu Kalmashanashanam, Kali Kalmashanashanam, Nata Parataropaya, Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. After searching through all the Vedic literature, one cannot find a method of revision more sublime for this age than the chanting of Hare Krishna. So, verse number 41. Tapta hema samakanti prakanda sharira navamegha chini kantha dhvani je gambira. Tapta hema, as molten gold. Samakanti, same luster. Prakanda, enormous. Sharira, body. Navamegha, new clouds. Chini, conquering. Kantha dhvani, the sound of the voice. Yea, that. Gambhira, deep. The luster of his expensive body resembles molten gold. The deep sound of voice conquers the thundering of newly assembled clouds. So Mahaprabhu has golden complexion and very big body. So verse number 42. Darya vistare jai apanar hata chari hastalaya mahapurusha vikhyata. Darya in length, vistare, and in breadth, Jehu Apanara of his own Hatha hand, Chari 4 Hasta cubits, Haya is Mahapurusha. As a great personality, Vikhyata celebrated. Guru measures 4 cubits in height, and in breadth, his own hand is celebrated as a great personality. The big body means one measures 4 cubits in height, and in breadth by his own hand is celebrated as a great personality. Nyagrodha Parimandala Haya Tandranam Nyagroda Parimandala Tanu Chaitanya Gunadhan. Nyagroda Parimandala. Nyagroda Parimandala Haya is Tandra of him, Nama, the name. Nyagroda Parimandala, Tanu having such a body, Chaitanya, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gunadhan, the abode of good qualities. Such a person is called Nyagroda Parimandala. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who personifies all good qualities, has a body of a Nyagroda Parimandala. No one other than the Supreme Lord himself, who has engaged the conditioned souls by his own illusory energy, can possess these bodily features. These features certainly indicate an incarnation of Vishnu and no one else. Ajanulambita bhuja kamalalochana tilafula jininasa sudhamshu vadana. Ajanulambita bhuja, arms that reach the knees. Kamalalochana, with lotus eyes. Tilafula, the blossom of the sesame plant. Jini, conquering. Nasa, whose nose. Sudhamshu vadana, whose face is like the moon. His arms are long enough to reach his knees. His eyes are just like lotus flowers. His nose is like a sesame flower, and his face is as beautiful as the. So Mahaprabhu is very beautiful. Shantadanta Krishna Bhakti Nishtha Parayana Bhaktavatsala Sushila Sarvabhute Sama. Shanta is peaceful. Danta controlled. Krishna Bhakti to the service of Lord Krishna. Nishtha Parayana fully devoted. Bhaktavatsal affectionate towards the devotees. Sushila good character. Sarvabhute to all living beings. Sama equal. He is peaceful, self-controlled, and fully devoted to the transcendental service of Lord Shri Krishna. He is affectionate toward his devotees. He is gentle and is equally disposed toward all living beings. Mahaprabhu has wonderful qualities. So we'll stop here today. Hare Krishna. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. So, anyone has any questions, comments? Please let me know. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams, Maharaj.
Dandavat. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
I wanted you to explain the different colors, why Krishna is sometimes blue and sometimes the deity form is painted in black.
Actually, Krishna's color is mainly described as like a rain cloud, like a rain cloud. So, Baraha Pidam Natavar Vapu Karanayo Karnikaram Vibrat Vasa Kanaka Kapisham Vajendim Chamalam. So, Krishna is Vedam Kwanantam Arvinda Darayataksha Baraha Vatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam. Asitam Buddha Sundar. Asita Ambuddha. Ambuddha means like a rain clouds carrying water. So, in a fresh rain clouds in monsoon season, that is how Krishna's blackish color is there. And that is actually color of Vishaya Vigraha, the supreme enjoyer. And golden color is the color of enjoyed. So that's why Krishna sometimes black in color. Black means Shama Varna. Shama means actually Shungar Rasa, the conjugal melo, is actually having the Shama Varna. So Shama Rasa. Shama Rasa means actually conjugal love. So that is the quality of a person who is a supreme enjoyer. He is blackish in color. And Radharani is the supreme enjoyed, so she is golden in color. But when he came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then he actually accepted golden complexion because he was in the mood of Radharani. So this is the dark color is the Vishaya Vigraha, the supreme enjoyer. And golden color, when he accepted, that is actually the color of supreme enjoyed because he's in the mood of that enjoyed. And especially Radharani told Krishna that I will not let you roll on the ground and get hurt. So I will cover you by my own complexion. I will embrace you by my own complexion. So when you roll on the ground, your skin will not be scratched or hurt. That's why Krishna became golden when he came in the shape of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And especially when once Krishna also meditated on Radharani at Imlitala. When Radharani went to develop Man and doing Ras Leela, then Krishna he came underneath that tamarind tree and there he meditated on Radharani. And due to that meditation, his complexion became golden. So it is all about the mood, what mood you have. Sometimes absorption can also make Krishna golden, and that is the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Radha Chinta Niveshena Yasya Kantir Vilopita Shri Krishna Charanam Vande Radha Lingita Vigraham. Radha Chinta Niveshena Yasya Kantir Vilopita Shri Krishna Charanam Vande Radha Lingita Vigraham. We refer to this deep mystery in the first chapter, in the first verse of Sri Radha Vinod Bihari Tattvashtakam. The word Radha Lingita has two meanings. Radhaya Lingita and number two is Radhaya Alingita. In the first of these meanings, Radhaya Lingita, the word Lingita means having the appearance of Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna lost his own complexion and assumed Srimati Radhika's due to being very absorbed in thinking of her in separation. This is the deep meaning of Radha Lingita Vigraha. It is this Shri Vigraha that has been brought to light here. The meaning of this deep tattva has been illuminated by the crest jewel of Rasik Vaishnava Shri Vishwanath Thakur in his Shiswapna Vilasamrita. This tattva has been manifested into the world by my Shri Guru Pad Padma from the core of his heart. The second meaning of Radha Lingita is Radhaya Alingita or embraced by Radha. The confidential meaning of this has been spoken by Sri Raya Ramanandaji to Sriman Mahaprabhu on the banks of Godavari. Paile dekhili tomar sannyasi swarupa eve toma dekhi mui shama goparupa tomar sammukhe dekhi kanchana panchalika Tandra Gaura Kante Tomar Sarva Anga Dhaka Tabe Hasi Tandre Prabhu Dekhaila Swarupa Rasa Raja Mahavava Duye Karupa Chaitanya Caritamrta Madhya Lila. Raya Ramanandaji asked Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I saw you as a sannyasi and now I am seeing you as the Gopa, Shyama Sundar. At the same time, I am seeing a golden complexion deity in front of you, whose golden luster fully covers your Krishna luster. Upon hearing this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu laughed and gave darshan of Krishna in his distinctive Gaura complexion as Rasaraj Mahabhav. Combined, Sri Raya Ramananda fainted in bliss when he saw this unprecedented sweet form. So, this is another explanation of the deep mystery of Shri Krishna's golden complexion. The Swayam complexion, the Shyama complexion of Krishna has been completely covered by Srimati Radhika's embrace and is manifesting her bodily luster. Amongst people who serve on the path of the most advanced bhajan with Vipralamba Bhav, mood of separation, nearly all perform smaran, remembrance of Srimati Radhika's feeling of separation towards Sri Krishna. However, our Sri Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada, and is a Sakhi of Radhika, and he used to remember the Vipralamba Bhav that Sri Krishna felt towards Srimati Radhika. My Gurudev was partial towards Sri Radha. So he was more favorable to the separation of Sri Krishna than of Srimati Radhika. Srimati Radhika is a grief stricken in separation from Krishna. This is the perfection of Vipralamba Bhav that ordinary sadhikas are praying for. However, Srila Prabhupada's viewpoint is completely opposite to this. When Sri Krishna was completely engrossed in the mood of Srimati Radhika, when Krishna was completely engrossed in the mood of Srimati Radhika, he lost his Shama complexion and manifested as Radha Lingita Vigraha. In other words, he attained the color of Srimati Radhika. Srimad Mahaprabhu preached about this very Vipralambaras and gave instructions on it. The ideal of Sri Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti is that Sri Krishna is anxious for Srimati Radharani. So basically, um, ordinary sadhakas, they meditate on separation. Hasto dari vinitaika kapola pale rashrandalo jana snapita nanaya prasthana mangala dina vadimadavasya nidra pikute vasaror vaksha. Radharani is weeping in Uddhav Kari in separation of Krishna. Krishna has gone to Mathura. She has no sleep, tears flowing from her eyes. She's resting her cheek on her knee and she's sitting there, morose. This is what separation ordinary sadhakas remember. But we, followers of Srila Bhakti Pragyan, Keshav Goswami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, we meditate on where Krishna is meditating on Radharani, where he is searching, where is Radha? Kotha ego prema mai Radhe Radhe, dekha diye prana rakho Radhe Radhe. This is actually the mood of, we want to see Krishna searching for Radharani. Originally, Gaurkishore Babaji Maharaj actually used to sing this song. But this was originally, Srila Gaurgovind Maharaj says that it was sung by Krishna himself. Kothay go prema mai Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe go jaya Radhe Radhe, dekha diye prana rakh Radhe Radhe, tomar kangal tomay dakhe Radhe Radhe. Vrindavan vilasini Radhe Radhe, Kanumana mohini Radhe Radhe, Ashtasakhi Shiromani Radhe Radhe, Vrishavanu Nandini Radhe Radhe, Niyam kare sadai dake Radhe Radhe, ek bada ke kishi hate, abada ke bamshi bate Radhe Radhe. Like, this is the mood of Srila Raghunath Goswami. He was always crying out, Radha, Radha. But actually, Krishna also has sung this song. He is also calling out Radhe, Radhe. So we want to see Krishna weeping for Radharani. We don't want to see Radharani weeping for Krishna. So therefore, when Krishna, he meditates on Radharani, he becomes golden in color. And that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Radha Chinta Niveshena Yasya Kantir Vilopita, and Sri Krishna Charanam Mande Radha Lingita Vigraham. And also, last time also I told that Sarve Varna Yatra Vishta Gaura Kantir Prakashate. Sarve Varna Yatra Vishta Gaura Kantir Vikashate Sarva Varne Nahi Nastu Krishna Varna Prakashate. So actually, Krishna, he is actually blackish in color. But Srila Rupa Goswami has offered obeisance to the most magnificent Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who distributes Krishna Prem and who is non-different from Sri Krishna himself. Namo Mahabadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Nama. Gauratvishe. I offer pranam to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Gauratvishe, means golden complexion. The Siddhanta has been supported in the Markandeya Purana. Markandeya Purana, it says, Golokam cha parityajya lokanam tarana karana kalo gauranga rupena. Golokam cha parityajya lokanam trana karanat kalo gauranga rupena lila lavanya vigraha. They are told here that in many other scriptures, and especially in the books, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is coming from Golok Vrindavan to deliver the living entities in Kali Yuga on the earth planet, and he accepts the golden complexion. He's very attractive. In many of the scriptures, especially in the books of the Goswamis, there is plenty of evidence which proves that Shri Gaurasundar is Sri Krishna, and that Shri Krishna is Shri Gaurasundar. In Chaitanya Caritamrta it is stated, Shri Krishna Avatari Brajendra Kumar Apane Chaitanya Rupe Kaila Avatar. Shri Narottam Das Thakur also written, Brajendra Nandana Jai Shachi Suta Haila Sei Balarama Haila Nitai. So there is no difference between Sachinandan Gaurahari and Krishna. Only difference is the complexion. Now, Sri Radha Vinod Bihari Tattvashtakam Srila Param Gurudev is telling, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, Sarve Varna Yatra Vishta Gaurakantir Vikashate Sarva Varna Hinastu Krishna Varna Prakashate. When all the colors are mixed with each other, a golden hue is manifest. For instance, the sun is golden because all the colors are present in it. On the other hand, where all the colors are absent, a blackness beyond mundane colors is manifest. So all colors are present in the sunlight. Like you are physics, you know physics very well. So we had an experiment. I remember a long time ago in physics that you use a prism, actually a prism, glass prism, and using the prism we try to separate the 7 different color rays of the sun. So like that, identify. That's something called refraction, or I don't know, forgot the name actually. So anyways, all the rays are present in the sun. So when all the colors are mixed with each other, a golden hue is manifest. For instance, the sun is golden because all the colors are present in it. On the other hand, where all the colors are absent, a blackness beyond mundane color is manifested. So Krishna is black in color, but it is beyond all mundane colors, transcendental color. Shri Krishna and Shri Gaura are both the ultimate limit of Paratattva and are identical Abhinna Tattva, non-different from each other. The bodily luster of Swayam Bhagavan Sri Krishna has a distinctive hue of fresh dark blue rain clouds or the effulgence of a sapphire. The bodily luster of Sri Gaura Sundar defeats the splendor of lightning and molten gold. Swayam Bhagavan Sri Krishna and Swayam Bhagavan Sri Gaura Sundar are both transcendental absolute truth. They are completely beyond the qualities and actions of material nature, and thus they cannot be compared to anything in this mundane world. Still, some comparisons have been given, following the logic of the moon and the branch, so that conditioned souls may easily come to some understanding. However, these examples only refer to the particular aspect of the transcendental Bhagavad Swarup which they illustrate. They cannot be used to explain the complete form of the absolute truth. At night, a small child may want to see the moon, and the parents may show it to him by indicating its position above the branch of a nearby tree. Oh, where is the moon? Then mother will tell, okay, look behind that branch. You'll see the moon. That's called branch moon logic. The moon appears to be just above the branch of a tree, but it is really thousands and thousands of miles away. In the same way, Bhagavad Tattva is in reality completely beyond all mundane qualities. Still, it is essential in the primary stage to use examples of mundane objects to describe the absolute, so that materially conditioned people who are completely ignorant about the transcendental truth can at least develop some idea of transcendence. Both the colors, black and white, are mundane. Yet the example of these colors has been given here to convey an idea of the bodily luster of Shri Krishna Sundar and Shri Gaur Sundar. The theories of mundane scientists also support the Siddhanta expressed in this verse. Scientists say that black is not a color. So the example of the color black points to the truth that Shri Krishna and his bodily luster, which resemble the color black, is nirguna. That is completely beyond the material qualities. Even when Shri Krishna advances in this material world, he and his body luster are nirguna in all respects. Moreover, all of Sri Krishna's transcendental attributes are also nirguna, including his gravity, courtesy, his lack of pride, his respectfulness, cleverness, ever youthfulness, his incomparable beauty, his expertise in relishing rasa, his virtues, his self-control, and his extreme mercy. Conversely, Gaura Sundar, his body luster and all his qualities are aprakrit. They're aprakrit, transcendental. That is why he is Saguna Tattva, the absolute truth possessed of all qualities. Still, his qualities are also nirgun. Again, following the logic of the moon and the branch, a comparison is given here to illustrate Saguna Tattva. Just as the sun is endowed with the combination of all the colors, so Sri Gaura Sundar, who is endowed with a distinctive golden luster, embodies all transcendent qualities. Thus, he is worshipful. When all the colors are mixed together, a golden hue is manifest, in which the colors are not visible separately. For instance, the rays of the sun appear white, but sometimes in the rainy season, we see a rainbow opposite the sun, and we can then see the component colors separately. In English, the acronym ROY-GB-IV is used to denote the following 7 colors. R is for red, O for orange, Y for yellow, G for green, B for blue, I for indigo, and V for violet. Following this same logic, Sri Gaurasundar's body luster resembles molten gold because he embodies the combination of all transcendent qualities. One day, when our most worshipful Srila Gurudev was telling us some Harikatha, he related an incident which occurred when he went to Prayag, Allahabad, where the confluence of Ganga, Jamuna, and Saraswati rivers are there. After Srila Prabhupada's disappearance, he stayed there for a few days at the house of his dear friend and god brother, Sri Abhay Charanarvinda Prabhu, who introduced him to a well-known High Court advocate. So Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami went to the house of Bhakti-Vidanta Maharaj before his sannyas name, Sri Abhay Charanarvinda Prabhu. This advocate was sharp-witted and a good logician, and he was deeply impressed on hearing the thoughts of Sri Krutiratna Prabhu, who was a profound scholar of philosophy and an instructor of instructors. One day, the advocate arrived at the house with a church bishop, who was a famous philosopher and preacher of Christianity. The advocate introduced the bishop to Krutiratna Prabhu, and to have some fun, initiated a dialogue which led to an interesting argument employing logic and counter-logic. As discussion began, the bishop turned to Krutiratna Prabhu and asked, "Why do you worship Krishna who is colored black?" The bishop is asking. Showing his presence of mind, Srila Gurudev immediately answered, "Black is not a color. It is beyond all colors," which means Krishna is beyond all mundane qualities. We don't worship any worldly object or color. Nirguna Tattva is not subject to the stages of birth, growth, decay, and destruction. It is beyond the modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance. It is eternally existing. We worship Sri Krishna, who is the ultimate limit of the Nirguna Tattva. The bishop was an expert and sporty opponent, and at once inquired, "Then why do you worship the fair complexion Sri Gauranga?" Srila Gurudev answered so quickly that it seemed that he was awaiting for the question with his answer already prepared. All the qualities of the material nature are abominable and distressful. Beyond this, in the spiritual world, there is a treasure of transcendent virtuous qualities. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the unlimited treasure house of all those transcendental qualities, and the mixture of those spiritual qualities is his bodily luster. The combination of all the colors in the sunlight appears white, but in fact it is a mixture of 7 colors: red, orange, yellow, blue, green, indigo, and violet. We see this in the rainy season when the sun's light is refracted to make a rainbow in which all the 7 colors are easily visible. Similarly, our worshipful Sri Gaurasundar embodies unlimited transcendental qualities. When the Honorable Bishop heard this irrefutable scientific argument, he was struck dumb and became a little morose. Trying to conceal his discomfiture, he smiled and said, "You people worship a coward boy. I cannot understand this." The Srila Gurudev replied, "Perhaps you don't understand. Perhaps you don't understand because you worship a shepherd. If a shepherd can be worshipped, then why is it strange to worship the caretaker of cows who nourish the whole world like mothers?" So Jesus was a shepherd. Shepherd family. So lambs, they take care of lambs. Lamb can give only maybe 1 liter milk at the most, 500 ml. But cows give so much milk, and they nourish the whole world. So Krishna is taker of cows. So who's superior, a shepherd or a coward boy? So on hearing this, both the advocate and bishop extolled Sri Kritiratna Prabhu's eloquent speech and took their leave. Thus the transcendental Sagun and Nirgun are an identical tattva. So Krishna is Nirgun and Gaurasundar is Sagun. There is no difference between the two. There is no doubt at all. Shri Krishna and Shri Gaurasundar are simultaneously Sagun and Nirgun tattva. So that's why this color actually, Mahaprabhu has this golden color, understand? So golden and Krishna has black color. So that is the reason actually. Hare Krishna. So anyone has any question other than this? Actually, the whole point here is Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj also telling in his Art of Sadhana, the Lord's bodily color is a Krishna, not black. Caitanya Mahaprabhu's body luster is called a Krishna, not black, which is combination with other statements in Bhagavatam indicates is golden. The meaning of gold in this verse is that Lord Gauranga has taken the color of Srimati Radharani as well as her internal mood. In the age of Kali, the most intelligent people will worship Lord Krishna in this form to the chanting of the holy name. So someone may argue that the meaning of Krishna Varnam, like that verse comes, that Krishna Varnam Trisha Krishnam Sango Panga Sripad Yajna Sankirtana Prayanti Sumirasa. So, Jiva Goswami also has said, right, this verse. So, Srila Bhakti-Vidanta Maharaj has written a book called Golden Vulcan of Divine Love. In that verse, he says, Golden gift of the Golden Lord. Jiva Goswami explains the meaning of this verse in his own parallel verse. Bhagavatam has this verse, right? Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishnam Sango Panga Traparshadam Yadnai Sankirtana Prayanti Sumirasa. In a suppressed way, this verse explains the advent of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The ordinary meaning of Krishna Varnam is of black color, but Tvisha Akrishna means his luster is not black. Accompanied by his associates, he is worshipped by the process of Sankirtan, the chanting of the holy name of Krishna. And those of sharp intellect will perform this kind of worship. So, Sri Jiva Goswami explains the meaning of this verse in his own parallel verse. Antah Krishnam Bahir Gauram Darshitangadi Vaibhavam Kalau Sankirtanadhyasmai Krishna Chaitanya Mahashita. I take shelter of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is outwardly of golden complexion, but he is inwardly Krishna himself. In this age of Kali, he displays his expansions while performing congregational chanting of the holy name of Krishna. That is blackish within means that internally he is Krishna. That is golden without means that he is golden without means that he has accepted the moods of Srimati Radharani. In the age of Kali, that golden Lord is seen accompanied by his expansions, associates, intimate devotees performing Sankirtan. Someone may argue that the meaning of the Krishna Varnam is that his color is black and his luster is also black. But how is this possible? That would be redundant. The conjunction between the word Tvisha and Akrishna means that his color is Krishna, black, but his luster is Akrishna, not black. Then someone might say, not black does not necessarily mean golden. Why should it mean golden? The answer is found in Srimad Bhagavatam. Once Vasudeva sent the astrologer priest Gargarushi to Vrindavan to perform the name-giving ceremony of Krishna. At that time, Gargarushi came to the house of Nanda Maharaj and explained that Vasudeva had sent him. He said, your child is now a little grown up and the name-giving ceremony must be performed. At that time, he spoke the following verse. Asan varne varnastraya yasya grunatam grunato anuyugam talhu. In past incarnations, this boy has appeared with different complexions, white, red, and gold. According to the particular age in which he appeared, now he has assumed this blackish color. He said Krishna comes in a white color in Satyuga, red in Treta Yuga, and he also comes with a golden complexion. Now in this Dwapar Yuga, he has come in a black color. So the reference to the golden color, Pita, is found here, because only that color has been left for this present age of Kali. There is another reference to this golden color in the Upanishads. Yada pasya pashyate rukmavarnam Krishna, the Supreme Brahman, appears in a golden form. Rukma Varnam means golden, and here also non-black means golden. Krishna wanted to come as the incarnation for this age of Kali, as well as to fulfill his promise in Vrindavan. I shall chant the glory of the gopis, especially of Radharani. I shall chant her name, her glory, and roll in the dust of the earth. But Radharani said, I won't allow your body to roll in the dust of this earth. I shall cover you with my luster. Both the mood as well as the luster of Radharani capture Krishna when he comes here in Kali Yuga. And this does not occur in all Kali Yugas, but only in a special Kali Yuga. In all the days of Brahma, in every Yuga, the Yuga avatar comes, but Krishna appears only once in a day of Brahma, or once every 4.3 billion years. At that time, the original personality of Godhead, Swayam Bhagavan, appears along with his abodes. Vrindavan and Navadvip. And Krishna and Mahaprabhu do not come here alone, but they come with their paraphernalia and suitable companions. So basically, here a lot of description is given actually. So here actually is Krishna, but whose luster is not black. So here, if you look deeply, we shall find that hidden beneath this golden luster of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the blackish body of Krishna. So Srila Bhakti-Rakshidhar Maharaj said that. If you look deeply, then you will see that Krishna is hiding. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Any other question? Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranams. Thank you so much. I don't think there's any more questions. So we'll stop here. Nanga Mohan Prabhu Jai Diwani, please. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
श्री श्री गुरु गौर अंग गंधर्व गिरिधारी राधा विनोद बिहारी जी की जय। ओम विष्णु पारषद भक्ति विदंता विष्णु देती गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। ओम विष्णु पार स्तोत्र श्रीमद भक्ति विदंता दंडी गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। नितिल प्रविष्ट विष्णु पार स्तोत्र श्रीमद भक्ति विदंता नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। नितिल प्रविष्ट विष्णु पार स्तोत्र श्रीमद भक्ति विदंता वामन गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। नितिल प्रविष्ट विष्णु पार स्तोत्र श्रीमद भक्ति विदंता स्वामी महाराज की जय। नितिल प्रविष्ट विष्णु पार स्तोत्र श्रीमद भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। नितिल प्रविष्ट विष्णु पार स्तोत्र शत श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। नितिल प्रविष्ट परम भगवान श्री गौर किशोरदास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। नितिल प्रविष्ट श्री सच्चिदानंद भक्ति ठाकुर की जय। नितिल प्रविष्ट वैष्णव सर्वभौमा श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। श्री गौरी वेदांत आचार्य देवी देवभूषण प्रभु की जय। श्री विश्व चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर की जय। श्री नरोत्तम श्रीनिवास श्यामानंद प्रभु त्राय की जय। श्री कृष्ण कविराज गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। श्री रूप सनातन बात रघुनाथ जीव गोपाल बादास रघुनाथ सर गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। श्री सूर्य दामोदर राय रामानंद प्रसाद बिंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से गौर श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसाती गौर भक्त बिंद की जय। श्री अंतर्दीप मायादीप महादेव कोलदीप पृथ्वीदीप जानुदीप मोदय ध्रुवदीप उदयदीप पद्मकाशी नवदीप धाम की जय। श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपा गोपी गोवर्धन द्वादश वन प्रकाशी वजमंदा की जय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गंगा यमुना तुलसी भक्ति देवी की जय। श्रीमती वृंद देवी की जय। श्री पौर्णमासी योगमाय की जय। गोपी देव की जय। श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा सुदर्शन चक्र जी की जय। श्वेत मंदिर की जय। सर्व विघ्न विनाशकारी श्री नरसिंह जय। भक्त प्रभा श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। चार धाम की जय। चार संप्रदाय की चार आचार्य की जय। अपर महाराज श्री चैतन्य महाराज की जय। श्री केशव जी गौर समा की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद भागवतम की जय। श्री चैतन्य चैतन्य की जय। शरण संकीर्तन की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। सामगा भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री गौर प्रेम हरि बोल।
हरे बोल। हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण। धन्यवाद। हरे कृष्ण। थैंक यू सर। मोहन प्रभु जी की जय। समस्त वैष्णव वृंद की जय।
Thank you so much.
हरे कृष्ण। धन्यवाद।
Thank you. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams. Thank you, dear devotees, for joining, and we'll see you all tomorrow for Sripad Bhakti-Vidanta Dandi Maharaj's class, and again on Sunday with Sripad Bhakti-Vidanta Vishnu Daivata Maharaj for Bhagavad Gita as it is. Thank you all for joining. Thank you again, Maharaj. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindhubhyo Hare Krishna Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Dandavat Pranams. Thank you so much for the beautiful class.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Dandavat. Hare Krishna.
Haribol.
Govinda, Govinda.